are shown. Okay. So we have u of x, which is fg. So u prime of x will be f prime of x times g of x plus f of x times g prime of x. If you go back to the class notes, this was done in class also. So u prime of 1 will be f prime of 1 times g of 1 plus f of 1 times g prime of 1. And now I have to plug in the numbers. So f prime of 1 is positive, and it's 4 over 2. So this will be 2. G of 1 is 1. F of 1 is 2. And g prime of 1 will be negative, and it's negative 1. So 2 minus 2 is 0. Other questions for me? Anything else that you worked on? Anything else?
Number 1, part G. Can we go over that?
1G. Where are you, 1G? G. Yes. So y equals 9x e to negative kx. Y prime. I don't care for a constant. You can wait patiently. First function prime is 1 e to negative kx plus x times e to negative kx prime multiplied by the inner function prime. I wouldn't do much here. I will just factor out e to negative kx. Or if you want to, you can even put it like this. And have 1 minus kx. You can even write it like this. You can get creative.
The differentiation of e to the x wouldn't change if there was another variable in the exponent?
That's not a variable. We don't deal with functions of multiple variables here.
Gotcha.
Not in this class. You have to wait.
So k is just a constant in it?
Yes, of course. Of course.
Gotcha.
Of course. Otherwise, this would be a partial derivative. It would be denoted like this. No, we don't deal with this topic in this class. This is a single variable calculus. Very good question. Thank you. Anything else? So these are partial derivatives with respect to one or the other variable. And there are derivatives that are applied. I can differentiate with respect to the next variable, this function as well. You will see that when you get to variable calculus. Good. Next question, please. Anything else? Okay, are we prepared? I see just a few of you are paying attention, so that's okay. But are we ready for this test on Monday? Any questions? If you don't have questions, then I'll go back to chapter 4.
I have a question about the test. So on the old test too, like for a question, I think it involved like gravel or something. It had its own picture where like we can fill out stuff on it. Will it have a picture or stuff like that on the actual test? Or will we have to draw? Let's say we had a ladder problem. will we have to draw our own ladder and like say this variable goes here?
If you don't, you're not going to be able to determine anything. So, very good question. Excellent question. I'm going to go back because I still have this in the recycle bin.
On my Canvas, it still says that the test is today.
I'm going to share, and you have to let me, or you share and show me where that is, because I changed everything everywhere, but...
So on
really?
laptop, did you change the date for the derivative assessment because it said it was
I
due
changed everything. I'll show you. I'll share my screen, and if you find something else that I forgot, you'll show me, and I'll change it right now. So let me just
It
answer.
says the exam is right now.
So just allow me to answer Gia's question, and then I'll share the screen, and I'll see what you see. As I looked everywhere, and 10 told me a couple of days ago, like yesterday or something, and I looked again, so I didn't see what you saw.
Last night at like
Yeah,
11
Yeah.
p.m.
yeah, no problem. If I
I
made,
saw the derivative assessment said it was still due at midnight, and I got really worried.
if I make an error, trust me, and you will show it to me, I will always apologize. If you want it in writing, I will apologize. I will
trust you. I think it's just technology.
I will apologize in writing if need be. I don't mind at all. Okay, so let me answer Gia's question for a second. If I don't show this on paper, so if I cover it up and I don't show, see, I got my new whiteouts. If I don't show a graph or a figure or something, how will I come up with dx, dy? How will I write this? If I don't label the sides, I will not be able to write anything. So you have to come up with a starting point. It's a very good question, actually. So if you don't come up with and read the problem several times maybe, and don't come up with some figure, label what you need, and come up with an equation, you're not going to be able to write anything. So everything I wrote here hinges upon that. If I don't have this, I don't have anything. Does it make sense? Is that clear?
Yes,
Okay, did I answer your question? Was that the question, or I misunderstood?
yes.
Okay.
You answered part of it. It's important to do it. I was just asking because on the old test it had a picture. So I was wondering if they're going to provide the picture and we just kind of fill in the information needed.
If I choose something like with a picture, and I think that it's useful for you to see the picture, that's fine. So for example, it's a very good question again. So let's go back together to problem 11. So problem 11 gives you the idea, right? But it doesn't label anything. You still have to put it on paper. It's a perfect question. You have to put it on paper and label yourself what you're going to use. Because if you don't label, then you're not going to be able to continue, right? You have to put the diameter in there. You have to put the height in there. You have to put the derivatives that are given. I see what you mean.
Yeah, you answered it. It was
Okay. Okay.
That was just one of my questions. It's a little question.
Very good question. Thank you. Okay. What am I doing now? Yes. Please, thank you for bringing that up, because I would have probably forgotten to ask you. Where do you see what you see?
It says it straight on the dashboard. Like once you log into Canvas, it's like, oh, your chapter 3 test is today, due at 8:45.
Give me
Yeah,
one
it says that on my
second.
calendar as well.
I thought I changed the calendar too.
Related to the date and everything.
Okay, just give me one second. Because of course I'm logged out.